Just hours ago, a historic wave of legislative momentum surged through the halls of Congress, delivering what could become one of the most impactful financial relief measures for millions of Americans depending on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. Imagine waking up to not just one, but two direct deposits worth $5,200 each landing in your bank account. Yes, a total of $10,400. For many, this isn't just a payment, it's a transformative moment, a lifeline in times where every dollar counts more than ever. The House of Representatives has passed a groundbreaking bill titled the Social Security Recipient Economic Support Act. And what makes this especially jaw-dropping isn't just the size of the relief package, but the speed at which it's traveling through the legislative process, signaling that change could be just around the corner. With bipartisan support, this legislation isn't stuck in political gridlock like many others. It's surging ahead, carving a path that might bring real dollars to real people within weeks, not months. And while most people are still trying to catch their breath from the announcement, here's what you absolutely need to know. If you're receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSI or SSDI, and you've been enrolled anytime during the first quarter of 2025, you're automatically on the list. No applications, no hoops, no income cap, no phases. That's right. This isn't another program with eligibility restrictions that leave half the population scratching their heads or getting left behind. The lawmakers have finally recognized that even those with small supplemental income streams are still drowning in rising prices for groceries, prescriptions, rent, and utilities. And it's not just theory. According to senior advocacy groups, more than 60% of Social Security recipients rely on those monthly payments for over half of their income. And for many, it's their only source of support. It's clear now that COLA adjustments alone are no longer cutting it, especially when every inflation bump feels like a direct punch to the gut of the average retiree, disabled worker, or low-income household. So, where do we stand now? The Senate is next, and it's not just a hopeful shot in the dark. They're expected to fast-track this bill with minimal alterations thanks to overwhelming public and legislative support. That means the first $5,100 deposit could arrive within 30 days after the bill gets the president's signature, with the second payment landing roughly 2 months later. Yes, you heard that right. This is not theoretical, this is not speculative, this is real money that could be yours very soon. But here's the part that most people will overlook, and it's important. If your direct deposit info with the Social Security Administration is outdated or missing, you could be watching everyone else get paid while you're stuck waiting, or worse, getting scammed by fake emails and calls. The SSA has made it crystal clear they will never ask for personal information via phone, text, or email to process these payments. So if you get a shady message promising to register you or expedite your deposit, don't fall for it. It's a trap. And let's be real. Scammers prey on vulnerability, especially in moments like this when excitement and urgency run high. So stay sharp, verify your info through official SSA channels, and spread the word to your friends and family. This is about protecting your money and your peace of mind. Now, let's talk impact. These payments are not just numbers on a screen, they're freedom. For someone crushed under credit card or medical debt, this relief could mean finally exhaling after years of anxiety. For others, it's the green light to schedule that long postponed dental procedure or replace a broken appliance that's been limping along since 2010. Some financial advisors are even suggesting putting part of the money into emergency savings because let's be honest, a surprise bill is never too far away. And when you're living check to check, even a minor car repair can feel like an earthquake. What's refreshing about this bill is that the money is yours, clean and clear. It's not taxable under federal law, it won't count against your Medicaid or SNAP eligibility, and you won't see a deduction in your housing assistance either. It's a rare win in a system that often feels stacked against those with fixed incomes. Of course, every state might have its own interpretation of how to handle it for local taxes. But federally, this is a big deal. The SSA is already prepping their systems to handle this logistical beast. They've been quietly updating their infrastructure for weeks in anticipation of something major. And this bill has finally confirmed the why. Whether you get your benefits through direct deposit, a direct express card, or a paper check, they're building in systems to make sure everyone gets what they're owed. If you're still getting paper checks, expect a delay compared to digital recipients. But again, you won't need to sign up or fill out a form. It'll come to you automatically, provided your contact info is current. Meanwhile, the government is putting money into customer service and infrastructure to manage the flood of inquiries they know is coming. Expect longer hours at SSA call centers, temporary staff increases at local offices, and even an online portal to track your payments, just like we had with past stimulus checks. And it doesn't stop there. Community groups are already rallying to help make sure everyone understands what this means. Senior centers, disability rights groups, and local nonprofits are preparing info packets, workshops, and hotlines to help beneficiaries make smart financial choices with the sudden influx of funds. Because while this relief is generous, it's still finite. And using it wisely could mean the difference between a fleeting moment of relief or long-term stability. Think of this as not just a deposit, but a reset button. And yes, there are skeptics out there raising eyebrows at how the government plans to fund all this, but the bill's drafters came prepared. They've tied the funding to specific mechanisms that don't pile onto the national deficit. They're also betting quite reasonably that most recipients will pump this money right back into the economy, generating sales tax revenue and boosting local businesses. In fact, several economic analyses suggest that targeted relief like this has a higher return on investment than broad-based stimulus programs. It's not just about charity, it's smart fiscal policy. But perhaps the biggest question on everyone's mind is, what do I do right now? And the answer is simple but critical. First, log into your My Social Security account and confirm your banking info. If you've changed banks, now's the time to update it. Second, educate yourself and your loved ones about scams. If someone's asking you to sign up for your payment or provide sensitive information, shut it down and report it. Third, start thinking seriously about how you'd use $10,400. Whether it's debt reduction, healthcare, repairs, or savings, having a plan will help you avoid the temptation of impulse spending. Even breaking it into thirds, one part for bills, one for needs, one for the future, can go a long way. And finally, stay informed. This situation is evolving fast. What's true today could change tomorrow, and being in the loop means you won't miss out. So, if you're receiving Social Security SSI or SSDI, this moment could be the biggest financial turning point of the year. Take the steps now to be ready when that first deposit hits, because change is coming. And this time, it's coming with cash.